Tell, Cockerel. He's just a true guy. You'll have a true time. Tell, Cockerel. Leave your troubles at the door. You know the game, you know the score. We're here to have fun, so holster that gun and read the writing on the wall. The Predictions League, done every week. It just goes on and 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 on. Why do I always get it wrong? Tell, Cockerel. He's just a chill guy. You'll have a chill time. Tell, Cockerel. Jose gets himself around, always talking Spurs wherever he is found, home or away. He always tips to win, throws the form book in the bin with a cheeky knowing grin. Tell, Cockerel. He's just a chill guy. You'll have a chill time. Tell, Cockerel. The Predictions League, done every week. It just goes on and on and on and on. Why do I always get it wrong? Every time I play along. Tell, Cockerel. The show is so chilled, your time is well filled. If you want good friendly chat, then here's where it's at. Tell, Cockerel. It just goes on and 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 on. Why do I always get it wrong? Tell, Cockerel. The show is so chill, your time is well filled. If you want good friendly chat, then here's where it's at. Tell, Cockerel.
Good afternoon all, and welcome to Tell Cockerel, week 2 of Bumper Bonanza predictions. It's Friday the 5th of September. I hope each and every one of you, whether it's your morning, your evening or afternoon, I hope that you're all really well and doing the things that you love to do and that you enjoy doing. And first and foremost, I thank you all for being here as well today. Nothing ever happens in the world of football. It's International Week. It's boring. For those of you that have been living under a rock, you would have heard the news yesterday. Yeah, it is what it is, and we let people comment. Right, let me just say, Scott C is here. Good afternoon, Scott. I hope you're well. Good evening to you, Scott. I hope you're well, sir. Ian Meth is back, says, hello, I hate International Week. Nothing ever happens, doesn't it just? Jess is here. Good afternoon, Jess. I hope you're well. She says, afternoon all. Chris Peters says, afternoon, Jose, and all in the chat. Chris, you missed part 1 yesterday. Today we're doing 12 predictions, but we did the first 13 predictions on part 1 yesterday. So you might need to go back and have a look. All the games are being played tomorrow, Chris. So you still have time. But there's 13 games yesterday and there's 12 games today. Daz is here. It says, big up, Jose. I hope you're well today. And to Jess, big up. You have, hi, Chris. Hope you're well from Jess. Ed M is Afternoon, Jose in chat. Good afternoon, Edem. Nita is here. Says hi, Jose and all. Good afternoon, Nita. Paige is here. Says afternoon, peeps. Good afternoon, Paige. Scott Colliver says my 4 p.m. is his 12:30. That's why I said good. Did I say good morning? I say good morning. And Graham is here and says afternoon, Jose. And just as we start the show, just to see if we can get some more people in, I have gifted out 5 channel memberships, and they have gone to Sleepy Mocker, Kim Spurs, GCTV, so Graham's better half, Ash P, Lathitha, and Taz have all received a membership gifted by myself. We also have Ronnie says afternoon, Jose in chat. Good afternoon, Ronnie. I hope you are well. And then we have, right, I might as well do the other 5 now. 5 more channel memberships have been gifted, and these have gone to Marianne, Patrick O'Donnell, Gamecock, Cockney Hotspur, and Bamboozle. So these 10 people have received channel memberships today and are able to partake if they so wish. And then you've got Kuva says, big up Jose on the chat. A glorious Levy free day. The birds are singing, the sun is shining. See, some people are happy, eh? And Ronnie, sorry, I missed out Ronnie. Ronnie says, afternoon, Jose in chat. Good afternoon, Ronnie. Right. Yeah, you just saw it about 10 minutes ago. Chris, no worries at all, mate. Just add them in. Do you know what? If we can be quick with Chris, what I'm going to do is Chris has been a member for donkeys. So, Chris, if you can be quick, give us your scores and I'll put them in for you. The first game this is for Chris. Donnerfeld Vienne versus Retz. Chris, what are you saying? Right, let me see if I can find Chris Pete. Here he is. We're missing some people because Mikey, Romero, and James didn't put any results in. Right, second game for you, Chris, is whoops, Chris, Gomel 2 versus Dnepa Mogliev. You will know this. It's the Perishaya Liga in Belarus. So I'm sure you'll know this one, Chris. Afternoon, Razzle. Good afternoon. Just doing Chris at the moment because Chris missed yesterday. Something won. I don't know what it is, Chris. 1-1 draw. Okay, 1-1. Chris, game number 3 for you, mate, is Mel versus Renaissance Mons. And this is coming to you from the National ACFF League in Belgium. Just warming up, getting everyone ready. Two 0. Right, Chris, your next game is CA Chorcozy versus Ciudad Nueva. CAA Chorcozy versus Ciudad Nueva, and this is coming from the Copa Simón Bolívar from Bolivia. One, two for Chris. Right, next one for you, Chris, is Sloboda versus Chelik Zenica, and this is coming from Serie B. No, this is not. This is coming from the PRVA Liga in Bosnia. The PRVA Liga in Bosnia. Nil-nil for Chris. Next game for you, Chris, is Coritiba versus Ferroviaria, and that's coming from the Brazilian. Sorry, no, it's not. It's coming from the. Who have got? It's coming from the Serie B in Brazil. Serie B in Brazil. Good afternoon, Paul G. We're just giving Chris a chance to put his scores in for yesterday because he had missed the show. And then I'll be with you all. It's only because I've got a bit of time to get through these today. The next game for you, Chris, is Fratria versus Ludogorets 2, and that's coming from the Vitora Liga in Bulgaria. One, two. Right. The next game for you, mate, is Forge versus HFX Wanderers, and this is coming from the Canadian Premier League. And I've already messaged Kuva and said to Kuva that people were saying yesterday that these were all made up by Kuva right down his street. Kuva had nothing to do with these from yesterday, is all I can say. 2-0 for Chris Pete. And then we move on to the next one for you, Chris, is Deportes Temuco versus Copiapo. And this is coming from La Liga de Ascenso from Chile. Alan, you did yours yesterday, mate. This is just for Chris. Chris, I'm just giving Chris a rundown on the ones that he missed from yesterday's show. And then I'll be with all you guys. We're nearly there. So, Alan, I don't need a score from you because you did yours yesterday. I will tell you when you're all in. You're not far from all being in, though. 2-0 again for Chris Peters. All right. So, Chris is not doing the Googling. Right. So, Chris, 2-0. Right. The next game for you, Chris, is Dalian Kun City versus Dingnan Ganlian. And this is coming from the Jia League in China. The Jia League in China for you, mate. Alan says, please hit the like button while we wait. It's good job. Right, 2-2 for Chris. Chris, your next game is Llaneros versus Tolima. And this is coming from the Primera A League in Colombia. Razzle dazzle, you wait. Today I have got some others for you today. I've got another 12. These were pre-selected. I did these all on Wednesday. So it was my homework for Wednesday was finding 25 games for you guys. And do you know what? These are reminding me of what we did yesterday, but we did go down some rabbit holes. But today we will do as well. Your next game, Chris, is Orient versus Bijelovac Brdo. And this is coming from the Croatian PVRA National League. One 0. And lastly, for yesterday's show, Peter, Chris, so you're caught up. It's Slavia Prague under 20s versus Česká Budějovice B. And this is coming to you from the 3rd CFL division in the Czech Republic. One, 3. Right, everybody, the first game for today is Hellerup versus Thisted. Hellerup versus Thisted. And this is for everybody. So Scott C is coming with 1-0. Let me find Scott C. Scott C. Yeah, Scott there. Scott's 1-0. Eltel is 2-1. Daz is 2-1. Richard. Hello, Richard. I hope you're well. I'll change your score. There you go, Richard. 2-1. Then we've got a 2-0 for Razzle Dazzle. This is where all the people again and looking it all up. 2-0 for Razzle Dazzle. 2-0 for Nita. Nita, where's Nita? Nita, let's find Nita. Nita, 2-0. Jess 1-2. Jess 1-2. Who else we got? We have Chris Peters at 2-0. Chris Peters at 2-0. It's the first one, Carl. First one, mate. You're just in time to the first one. Ian Meth, 2-2. I have Graham at 2-2. I have a 1-1 for Paul G. A 1-1 for Paul. And then I have a 0-1 for Ed M. Ed M. Need to find Ed M. Where's Ed M? Ed M. Okay, I've got Ed M at 0-1. And then I've got Carl at 3-1. Carl at 3-1. So at the moment, I have got, if I don't read your name out, I haven't got a score. I have Eltel, I have Graham, Jess, Ed M, Razzle Dazzle, Carl, Richard, Scott C, Daz, Nita, Ellie, Paul G, Nick, David, Ian, and Chris Peters, and Kuva. If I haven't read your name out, I haven't got a score for you. So Ronnie is someone I saw in the chat earlier. He may have had to step away. He's not. He's back now because he just put a score in. So Kuva is the person I need to find. Kuva is in at 2-1. Ronnie's in at 1-0. Right, let me go and look for Ronnie. He was here already. He was in yesterday's show, so I should be able to find Ronnie. Oh my God, my dog's going barking again. Right, Ronnie, that's in. So I think that everybody that's watching at the moment, Alan, I'm missing Alan. Alan was here. Is Alan putting a score in? I haven't seen a score from Alan. So we've got, from yesterday's show, I haven't got no Archer. Alan was around. Drula, missing. Shemtown's missing. Tot Spurs, the original's missing. Side Dancer. Ryan G, Colin B, Dekaru Peter, and Vindaloo, and Neil. But these people left them after the show yesterday, so they may well leave them after the show again. Right, so moving on to that game, obviously, was coming. This game, sorry, which predicted on, was coming from the Denmark second division. So it was the Denmark second division. The next game we've got for you people is Dulwich Hamlet versus Welling. Dulwich Hamlet versus Welling is the next game I've got for you guys. And put my score in there so we know that I'm scoring as well. Right, Dulwich Hamlet versus Welling. And for those that need to know, this is coming from the Isthmian Premier League. Isthmian Premier League. I've actually played against both of these teams in when I've played football. I've played against Dulwich Hamlet and I've played against Welling. Right, let me have a look. Razzle Dazzle, 3-0. Razzle 3-0. I have Ronnie at 3-0. Ronnie's at 3-0. Where's Ronnie? Let me find Ronnie. Wow, I can't see Ronnie. He was here yesterday. Here he is, Ronnie, 3-0. I have Ian at 3-0. Paul G, 3-0. And as I'm going up, I've got Carl Simpson at 2-1. I also have Nita at 2-1. Nita. $4-0 for Kuva. $3-1 for Graham. I saw a 3-1 also for Jess. Jess is 3-1 as well. I then have Chris Peters at 2-1. Gray's a flag. I remember Gray's. Gray's. Right, so now I've got to find Chris Peters at 2-1 through 3-0, 2-1. Carl came in at 2-1. Did I put Carl's in already? I think I might have done. Yeah, I put Carl's in already. 4-1 for Ed M. Did I do Ed M? No, Ed M 4-1. No worries, Kuva. Take care, matey. Scott C. Did you come in with a Scott? 0-1 for Scott. Daz, what have you given me? 0-2. And I think I have everybody that's currently here at the moment playing. I have all your scores. And so then the next game for you guys is Salpa versus PK 35. Sounds like a bomb. I assure you it's not. And this game is coming from the YYK Liga in Finland. The YYK Liga in Finland. Scott C. So Eltel's gone for 0-3. Scott Colliver 1-0. Daz 2-all. Daz 2-all. 1-4 for Razzle Dazzle. Richard, I'm not sure what you've. Oh, Richard's got 1-2. Okay, so I've got you. Razzle Dazzle 1-4. Razzle Dazzle 1-4. Richard's gone for a 1-2. Richard 1-2. Following Richard from 1. Jess has also gone 1-2. And that's all the 1-2s I've got there. Then I've got Ronnie at 0-2. Ronnie at 0-2. And I also have Ed M at 0-2. Ed, where are you? They're up there. Ed M at 0-2. Yes, I've got Paul G, Ian Meth, Graham. Ian, Paul G at 0-2. Chris Peters is 1-3. Kuva is not around at the moment. Right, Nita's gone for the 1-1 draw, so I've got Nita. What's Carl said? Carl said 1-3. And I think I've got everybody's there. This game, I've already told you where it's come from. Right, the next game that we have for you guys is Rouen versus Châteauroux. Rouen versus Châteauroux. And this is coming from La Ligue 2 in France. La Ligue 2 in France. Football London has made Rob Guest redundant. I didn't realise that. I haven't seen the. I knew that they'd done a pod earlier, but I hadn't seen it. Right, Eltel's gone 2-0. Daz has gone 1-0. Scott C's gone 1-0. Nita has gone 1-0. Nita. They announced it today on the stream, did they? Carl Simpson, 3-1 for Carl. Let me find Carl again. Carl's gone 3-1. Graham's gone 3-1. Ian's gone 3-0. Jess has gone 2-1. Jess, 2-1. Jess, 2-1 for Jess. Yep, and Paul G's also gone 2-1. Chris Peters has gone 2-1. We go up there. Where's right? 2-0 for Ronnie. Razzle Dazzle. What score did you give me, son? There's Razzle Dazzle. Razzle Dazzle 1-0. Ed M. What did you give me, Ed? Ed's giving me a 1-0 as well. And as far as I'm aware, I think everybody that's playing here at the moment has got their scores in. So I can move on. And the next game for you guys is VfB Oldenburg versus Hannoversche SC. And this is coming from the Germany Regional North Division. Germany Regional North Division. And I think Razzle was the first one in. Razzle's gone 2-3. Razzle 2-3. 3-1 from Daz. Three 0 for Eltel. A 2-2 for Richard. A 1-0 for Scott. 3-1 for Jess. 3-1 for Jess. A 2-1 for Nita. Yeah, 2-1. A 1-3. Sorry, 2-1 for Chris Peters. Sorry, just see Chris's one come through. I might as well do it because I'm sharing that now. A 1-3 for Ian. 4-0 for Ed M. Ed, where's Ed? There's Ed, 4-0. A 2-0 for Graham. A 2-1 for Carl. A 2-0, 5-0, sorry, for Ronnie. Ronnie. And a 2-0 for Paul G. Have I got everybody's? I think is in the show at the moment. I most certainly have. So we move on. And the next game for you is Dorogi versus Bisecki. Dorogi versus Bisecki. And that's coming to you from the Hungarian NB3 division. Hungarian NB3 division. I got a 1-0 from Scott. I have a 1-0 from Razzle. I have a 3-2 for Daz. Oh, Nita's coming with a 3-1, so put Nita in first. Let's get Nita in. Where's Nita? Nita's here. 3-1. 3-2 for Daz. Jess 2-1. Jess 2-1. Ronnie 2-1. Two-one for Graham. 2-1 for Richard. Richard, where's Richard? Richard is here. He's got a 2-1. A 2-1 for Carl. A 2-0 for Ian. A 1-0 for Paul. The Wiz is here, says, hi, Jose in chat, just popped in to say hi. Good afternoon, Wiz. I hope you and the fam are well, mate. I hope everything's well with you. Where have I got Ian? Because I put Ian 2-0. Have I put Ian for the wrong score? Where is Chris Peters? Chris Peters has gone 3-1 in this game. Right, who am I missing? Right, I am missing this person who I've now got. I don't think I'm missing anybody, am I? No, I think I have everybody's scores. Yep, I've got everybody's scores that's here at the moment. Next game for you guys is Thor Akureyri versus Phylogeny. Oh, they get worse, don't they? They get worse. And this game is coming out of the Division 1 in Iceland. Division 1 in Iceland. First up, a 1-1 draw for Richard. Then Eltel says 3-0. Daz says 0-0. Razzle Dazzle says 1-2. Razzle Dazzle says 1-2. Scott C says 2-0. 2-0 for you, Scott. A 1-2 for Nita. Nita, where's Nita? Nita. A 5-0 for Ian. A 5-0 for Ian. A 3-1 for Jess. Did Jess not just give me a score? No, she hadn't. It's 3-1. Fair enough. 3-1 for Jess. Jess, got a question for you. Right. With your two, the predictions leagues that you do on Super Brew, I'm signed up for both. I was just wondering, did something happen to the Premiership one? Because we seem to have more people signed up for the Championship than we did the Premiership. So I was just wondering whether something had happened. Because we seem to have a lot more in the Championship than what we do in the Premiership. So I wasn't sure. And I suppose that even if you were to sign in, unless you've already been playing Super Brew, then you'd start from scratch, wouldn't you, if you're starting again now? Because I'm not sure whether you want to put the link in for Super Brew in here, Jess, if you want some people to join it, the Premiership one especially, and the other one, but you're more than welcome to do so. Carl, did Carl give me a score? Not yet. Okay. And I've got 4-0 for Paul G. And I've got 4-0 for Graham. 4-0 for Graham. 4-0 for Paul G. I've got everybody's. I haven't got Carl. Oh, okay. So a lot of people like the other one. Okay, fair enough. I was wondering why, because we seem to have a lot more people doing the Championship one than what we did the other one. And yeah, the numbers are good, but then they were a lot lower in the Premiership. So I didn't know whether you wanted I don't know whether you wanted to put the link in here for it to get people to join the Premiership one. And if people want to join the Championship one, put the link in there for that. Right. Richard has asked for the rest of them 2-0 across the board. I have done that. Carl is the only person I'm missing at the moment. Yeah, it's just Carl. So we'll move on. Carl. Thor will hammer them, says Graham. I'm not even sure I've Googled the right match. Is Bjork still playing, says Ian Meth. They all come out, don't they, to play when we do bonus bonanza predictions. The next game for you people is Arezzo versus Vis Pesaro. And no doubt about it, this is coming from the Italian Serie C. Carl, last game 4-0. This is coming from the Italian Serie C. I'm going to get my score in there now. Right, Daz is coming with a 2-1. Daz, 2-1. Colin, sorry, Scott, 1-0. Scott, 1-0. I then have a 2-0 for Razzle. Razzle, dazzle. Jess is also on a 2-0. Nita is 2-1. Daz is 2-1. Nita is 2-1. Chris Peters is 2-1. Ian is 2-0. Jess is 2-0. Got Jess's already. Yeah, Ellie, safe flight back to you. And yeah, by all means, leave them in the chat after the show or whatever, and we can take it from there. And I will grab yours. 2-1. It's a safe flight back to you, Els. 2-1 for Graham. 1-0 for Edem. Ed, where's Ed? Edem's up here, 1-0. Who am I missing? Who am I missing? Have I got a score for Carl on this one? No score for Carl as yet. Ronnie 1-0. Paul G 3-0. Right, it says only Carl. Unless I've missed his score. Carl's gone 3-1, so I did miss Carl's score. 3-1 for Carl. Right, the first top flight game that we've got for this week is your next match. And that's coming from you've got the next game is Estoril versus Santa Clara from the Portuguese First Division, Premiership or whatever. So this is a top flight game, this one. Not sure if you saw this. Hi, Jose. I will leave my results in after the show, because I can't do them right. Dazza, I have, mate. Yeah, no worries, mate. Dazza, the original. You just leave them after the show, and I will plug them all in. All the games are being played tomorrow. So as long as it's done tonight, then we ain't got a problem. Mr. M, nice of you to be here, Mr. M, but the only people that can take part are people with memberships. So if you're a member, then I can put your scores in. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to put them in the chat, but I won't be recording the scores, mate, because it's only for members only that I record the scores now. So memberships, and you can get your scores recorded. Daz 2-1. Who else we got on a 2-1? Carl is on a 2-1. Okay. 2-1 for Nita. 2-1 for Jess. Jess 2-1. But you're more than welcome to put them in there, though, because anyone can see your scores, and if they, you know, if you want to get some bragging rights, you can do. But I cannot record them in the game. 1-1 for Ian Meth. 1-2. That's all right. It's no problems at all, mate. No worries. Nice to have you anyway, Mr. Surprised we haven't had your Wenger out comment yet. Right, Shem Tam, start from here, Shem. Start from this one. 1-2. Well done, Shem. And then I'll roll back for you later, Shem. Shem Tam is here now. So 1-2 for Shem. 4-2 for Edem. Edem 4-2. 2-1 for Paul G. Oh, where's Paul G? He's up here somewhere, isn't he? That's Paul G there. Ronnie's gone 2-0. And then further up I go. I need to find a score. And he, no doubt, has put one in here already. There he is. And then we have, I just need to find Razzle Dazzle's 3-1. And Graham, what did Graham give me? 2-2. 2-2 for Graham. Right, so am I right in saying that I've got everybody's? I have everybody's that's currently in the show at the moment. Right, your next game, people, is coming from La Liga 2. So La Liga 2, and it's between La Coruña and Gijón. La Coruña versus Gijón. So for Google purposes, I've given you it's La Liga 2. La Coruña versus Gijón. In the olden days, these teams used to be known as Deportivo La Coruña and Sporting Gijón. But this has all changed. This has all changed with the new Spain. 2-0 for Eltel Cockerell, 2-0 for Ian. These are my team. Everyone knows that this is my team in Spain. So for me, it's more out of duty that I'm going because I can't put them down to lose a game. But they are playing against an unbeaten team as well. 2-0 for Daz, 2-0 for Ian, 2-0 for Shemtam. Shemtam. 2-0 for Shem. Yes, Paige. Deportivo, Roy Mackay's old club. It certainly is. Donato, Jalminia, Roy Mackay. We had loads and loads of players. 1-2 for the. Let me find these people. We're going for the 1-2s. You've got Graham on a 1-2. No. La Coruña is Galicia and Gijón is in Asturias. So it's Galicia versus Asturias. Gijón would be Kevin Moran's old team. Yes. Graham, 1-2. And I have a Carl on a 1-2. I also saw Jess on a 1-2. Jess on a 1-2. Chris Peters on a 1-0. God, tomorrow night I'm going to be doing some. Totaling up. There's 25 games to total up. It's going to be absolute murder. I have to keep refreshing my phone every so often to find out what scores are finished when, because I've had to write down the leagues that these have come to. 2-1 Chris Peters. I've had to write down the leagues because I haven't got a clue. I just did them all on Wednesday. So now I've got to search them all up again over the weekend. I've got Ronnie and Paul G. What's Ronnie and Paul G gone for? Ronnie's on a 1-1 draw. I didn't see Paul G score yet. Have I got a score for Scott C? He always puts a score in. Scott C says 1-0 again. 1-0 to Scott. Razzle Dazzle. What's Razzle gone for? Razzle Dazzle, 4-0. Cool. If it's 4-0 tomorrow, Raz, I might not come out of hibernation. Ed M01. And I'm missing. Paul G's gone 1-2, so I'm not missing. I've got Paul G's now. And I think I've got everybody's. 2 games left to go. And the next game we are going to is Solentuna versus Orebrosia. Solentuna versus Orebrosia. And this is coming from, I've got to put my score in there. This is coming from the Swedish First Nord Division. The Swedish First Nord Division this is coming from. Daz is first in with a 2-2 draw. Find Daz. Daz is in with a 2-2 draw. Then we've got Razzle Dazzle at 1-1. Where's Razzle Dazzle? Razzle Dazzle with a 1-1 draw. Eltel 2-1. Scott C 1-0. Shemtam 2-1. Shemtam. Shem 2-1. A 2-0 for Paul G. Paul. Where's Paul? Up here somewhere. There he is. Paul G is 2-1. I also saw somebody else. Sorry, Paul G's 2-0. Sorry, yeah, 2-0. I've got Graham also at 2-0. Then I've got Nita at 2-2. 2-2. I then have a 3-1 for Carl. Three-one for Carl, and then I also have a 3-1 for Ian. I then have a 2-1 for Jess. 2-1 for Jess. I have a 3-1 for Chris P. A 3-2 for Ed. Three, 2 for Ed. A 1-0 for Ronnie. I think I may have everybody's that's here at the moment. I'm going to have a look. Yes, I have. Right, the last game of 25 for this weekend is Sham versus Krien. Sham versus Krien. And this, for you lovely lot, is coming from the Switzerland Promotion League. The Swiss Promotion League. Daz is first in with a 3-zip. Darren 3, Daz 3-0. Scott 1-0. Shemtam 1-3. Graham 1-3. Carl 1-3. Jess 1-3. Paul G 1-3. Chris Peters 1-0. Let's see where Chris P is. 1-0. 1-0 is Chris P. Chris P's here. A 1-0 for Chris P. I think Nita has also gone for a 1-0. We find Nita. Nita's 1-0 also. Ronnie has gone 1-4. 1-4. Ed M has gone 0-1. That's Razzle Dazzle. That's Ed M. Ed M 0-1. E 1-2 for Ian Myth. Right, so that's them people. Am I missing anyone? I am missing someone. I am now missing Razzle Dazzle. What have you given me, Razzle? 1-2. Okay, found you, Razzle Dazzle. Right, don't forget to hit the like button on the way out, people, as you're all leaving. But thank you very much. The results show will be on Monday afternoon, because obviously we've got they're all being played Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m. Hit the like button on the way out if you can. It all helps. So Shemtam, I'm going to come to you, mate. So this is all for you, Shemtam. Your first game is Hellerup versus Thisted, please. Shem, this is being played in the second division in Denmark. Thank you, everyone. The people that are leaving, thank you all very much. Two 0 for Shemtam. Right, that's the first one, Shem. Right, your second game, Shem, is Dulwich Hamlet versus Welling. And this is coming from the Isthmian Premier League. Isthmian Premier League. Isthmian Premier League. 1-2. The next game, Shemtam, is Salpa versus PK35. Sounds like a Russian bomb. Salpa versus PK35. And this game is coming from the YYK O Liga in Finland. Are you Googling, Shem? One three, because PK35 sounds like a new type of sniper rifle. 1-3 it is. PK sounds like a footballer that used to play with Spain. Your next game, Shem, is Rouen versus Châteauroux, and this is coming from the French second division. Division 2 in La France, Rouen versus Châteauroux. Zero two for Shem. Right, your next game, Shem, is coming from VfB Oldenburg versus Hannoversche SC. And this is coming from the Regional North League in Germany. Two one. Where am I finding all these leagues? Shem. It was a lot of homework. That's what I've got to say. Your next game is, sir, is Dorogi versus Bisheki. And this game is coming from the Hungarian NB3 League. The Hungarian NB3 League. Dorogi versus Bisheki. Two 0 for Shem. Your penultimate game, and then you've caught up, is Thor Akureyri versus Fjolnir. And this is coming from Division 1 in Iceland. No can beat. Thor 3-0. 3-0 to the home team for you. And your last one, Shem, is from Italy, from Serie C, and it's Arezzo versus Vispesaro. And that will be your last game, and you're in. Done. Two one. Shemtam, you are in. We have the final lists from everyone. Let me just save this because I don't want to do all this work and it not save for me. Where are we? That's the wrong drive. That's the right drive there. Old school style. Right. Shemtam, you have made it. You have made it. For those that are still left, there's not many, I don't think, but I will say thank you very much for being here. And to the lucky recipients today, you were gifted 10 channel memberships by El Del Cockerel. I gifted 10 at the start of the show, and it's not going to let me know who got them, but if you receive 5 at 3:59, and then 4 minutes later, I gifted a further 5. So 10 memberships gifted out today. It gives an opportunity for people to come and play the those that took it, or those that want to take it up are more than welcome to do so. I will be doing a members show tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the evening, and then I'll be on Sunday again with my cohort Chang and possibly some guests. So thank you very much for watching. I wish you and bid you all a very, 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 very joyous weekend. May you all be blessed, healthy, and enjoy yourselves in whatever you choose to do. And thank you for watching Otto Cockerel today. And as always, it's come on you Spurs.
Tell, Cockerel. He's just a true guy. You'll have a true time. Tell, Cockerel. Leave your troubles at the door. You know the game, you know the score. We're here to have fun, so holster that gun and read the writing on the wall. The predictions league, done every week. It just goes on and 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 on. Why do I always get it wrong? Tell, Cockerel. He's just a chill guy. You'll have a chill time. Tell, Cockerel. Jose gets himself around. Always talking Spurs, wherever he is found, home or away. He always tips to win, throws the form book in the bin with a cheeky knowing grin. Tell, Cockerel. He's just a chill guy. You'll have a chill time. Tell, Cockerel. The Predictions League, done every week. It just goes on and on and on and on. Why do I always get it wrong? Every time I play along. Tell, Cockerel. The show is so chilled, your time is well filled. If you want good friendly chat, then here's where it's at. Tell, Cockerel. El Tel, Cockerel. The show is so chill, your time is well filled. If you want good friendly chat, then here